4:20 on the same date, the 2nd of December 2021, and this upload is with regard to the discomfort being caused in society by individuals that are violating, as I keep reiterating, my proximity, and I'm just highlighting the failures of those responsible to implement and to ensure that all protection measures are in place and instigated with due procedures and protocol, as I've initiated, that haven't been acknowledged. Now, that means that there's royal patronage being violated, and I find that quite serious. So as I've been witnessing and noticing and observing and assessing, I've come to the deduction, or the conclusion I've deduced from this circumstance, that there's a level of insanity that I'm not quite comfortable with, and that I'm concerned about the role of the relevant practitioners not addressing. So as a representative of Sanity and Sobriety, and as I'm of a clean track record, and as I'm aware that I've been slandered and defamed, I'm wondering what the judiciary's opinion is with regard to the legislative developments that have come about in criminal justice as a consequence of my role in society as a recovery advocate. I'm curious how the judiciary and the Department of Justice feels about my law-abiding track record being disrespected by individuals that have disrespected the democracy and the Constitution. So there's protection laws being violated, there's patronage being violated, there's protocol being violated, and people are being quite irresponsible in their positions and duties. Now, as I've worked in recovery advocacy, which is mental health, I'm really also curious about the relevant agencies and bodies that haven't actually been quite honourable or respectful in that regard either. I've been a long time on the road of recovery, and I'm really curious about the relevant agencies and bodies' opinion towards these matters, really, I suppose, of individuals displaying the same cycle of irrational behaviour. I've witnessed irrational, I've witnessed impulsive, I've witnessed erratic, I've witnessed volatile behaviour, and I'm wondering how that's been accommodated in a respectful civil society that is of 2021. There's supposed to be evolution in the world, and I'm seeing people regress, and I'm seeing people being of a mentality that I'm not really acquainted with. It's not exactly courteous, it's not exactly respectful, it's not exactly intelligent. So when slandering other people's names and discussing people's privacy when you don't have interaction with them, I'm really curious how anyone could deduce any hypotheses or any diagnoses or any theory with regard to the nonsense that is currently occurring. I live on my own. I've documented in my documentary, The Sad Sign of the Times That It Is, that there are problems in society, and these have evolved from hate crime. Now, hate crime is a mental illness, or its impetus is hatred. And that's a negative energy. That's a disgusting behaviour. People that are of hatred are of not, the best actions, thoughts, and words. And those that aren't displaying good actions, thoughts, and words, and that have dirty deaths and dirty defamation, aren't exactly of good calibre and not of good character. So this insults the principles I represent of strength, courage, serenity, and wisdom. And it's also representing disrespect to courage and bravery concepts in the democracy of Ireland that is still to respect the constitution of this country. So as I'm a recovery advocate and as I'm of royal patronage, I'm really thinking who's above the law these days. There isn't anyone greater than God, and there are people disrespecting faith and family due to land grabbing and land acquisition, and I find that quite disgusting. So there's a very serious matter going on. I've been of humanitarian endeavours that have helped people's pockets, and in the meantime people haven't been paying their dues to my name, basically, that they owe a fortune to. I'm being robbed left, right and centre, and my beautiful child is still missing. So what does the judiciary have to say about all of this matter when I'm experiencing cybercrime as well? So I'm experiencing cybercrime also, and I'm just wondering, does the judiciary and the Department of Justice now have concerns about future problems like this reoccurring, as there has been since 2006 incidents of repetitive assaults against innocent victims in society that I have tried to help along my way. So I'm really concerned about the Department of Justice opinion. A clean track record is priceless, and people that respect the law are, if ever wronged, it's just a hallmark of disgrace. So I'm just really curious with what's going on in this community, these people that have been causing problems with tax evasion and etc etc etc, and exploiting for my purpose, profession and privacy and my royal patronage. I'm really concerned about people's level of sanity and sobriety these days, and I hope the fellowship is fully aware that there's very dangerous, unwelcoming behaviours in Tralee County, Kerry, Ireland at the moment. Well, since slandering commenced, defamation of character is not a welcoming tourist attraction, and human rights abuses and violence against women and children is not a welcoming tourist attraction either. So with regard to research and development, those pilfering and looting from my experiences and violating the information that they've been violating, and just the disgraceful circumstances that have been caused, I hope the Fellowship of Sanity and Sobriety is aware of the circumstances I'm tolerating while human rights abuses are being imposed upon me by individuals that are lacking in courage and bravery. Isn't that a sad sign of the time?